Hi guys, I'm Vanessa and welcome back to the channel. I'm a book lover and I can appreciate a really good novel. So today is June 16th and it is also known as Bloomsday. And for those of you who do not know what Bloomsday is, well, basically it's a day that marks an event that happened in a novel that was written by James Joyce, and the novel is called Ulysses. And in the novel, basically the protagonist, whose last name is Bloom, is just a series of events that took place over the entire day in June 16th. Now, there's a lot of interesting things about this novel, and I have not read it like the physical copy. I've only read some of it through the PDF form, which I should go to the library today to get it, but it's a Sunday and the library opens at 1 p.m. and it's really early in the morning right now, so perhaps or perhaps not. Now, for the book Ulysses, some of the things that makes it interesting is that the book is not niche at all. There's a lot of different writing styles. A part of the book is written in the traditional form, another part is written in the form of a play, and then another part is just a continuous sentence with no periods whatsoever or no type of punctuation marks. It's a continuous rambling. And then another part is like written in poetry. It's a whole different bunch of work. From what I've heard, I just read online, I've seen that some literature courses require people to study this novel, so it's kind of like a staple piece for the reader. And yeah, so because it's June 16th, in light of June 16th, oh yes, another interesting thing about this day is that people like to dress up as the characters from the book on June 16th and actually make a trip to Dublin and read the book in the streets, or just go to some of the main places that are in the novel. And a lot of people also just enjoyed dressing as the characters from the novel. And yeah, it's just a really fun thing for people who have read the book or who have known of the story or just want to participate in Bloomsday event. So yeah, happy Bloomsday to those of you who are celebrating Bloomsday today. And also it is Father's Day. For those of you who do not remember that it's Father's Day, the most forgotten holiday, isn't it? Anyways, the author of the book, James Joyce, said, "If Ulysses isn't worth reading, then life is not worth living." And also, another fun fact about the book, it was regarded as one of the most difficult novels to read. Unheeded, he came by them as they came towards the drier sand. A rag of wool's tongue ran panting them. Also, the book Ulysses was banned in the United States at one point because of some of the information on it. At the time, it was a little bit too, how would I say, vulgar, raunchy. I'm going to be doing a reaction, and this one is still James Joyce Ulysses, Molly Bloom's soliloquy, and it is the last 50 lines. So yeah, without further ado and chit chat, let's get straight into this reaction.
God of heaven, there's nothing like nature. The wild mountains and then the sea, the waves rushing. And as for them saying that there's no God, well, I wouldn't give a snap at me 2 fingers for all their learning. Who was the first person in the universe before there was anybody that made it all? Who? That they don't know, and neither do I. So there you are. Might as well try and stop the sun from rising tomorrow. The sun shines for you, he said. The day we were lying among the rhododendrons on Howth Head in the grey tweed suit and his straw hat. The day I got him to propose to me, yes. First I gave him the bit of seed cake out of my mouth, and it was leap year, like now, yes. 16 years ago. My God, after that long kiss I near lost my breath, yes. He said I was a flower of the mountain, yes. And that was one true thing he said in his life. And the sun shines for you today, yes. And that was why I liked him. Because I saw he understood or felt who a woman is, and I knew I could
This is so romantic.
He didn't know of Mulvey and Mr. Stanhope and Father and old Captain Groves and the Spanish girls laughing. And the sea, crimson sometimes like fire, and the glorious sunsets. Yes. And Gibraltar as a young girl where I was a flower of the mountain. Yes. And I thought, well, as well him as another. And then I asked him with my eyes to ask again. Yes. And he asked me, would I to say yes, my mountain flower?
Aww.
And first I put my arms around him, yes. And I drew him down to me, so he could feel my breasts all perfume, yes. And his heart was going like mad. And yes, I said yes. I will. Yes.
That was so beautiful, and that is just the last 50 something lines of the book Ulysses. I felt like it was very deep. It makes you think. I feel like it's just really a happy, jolly, positive vibe. It really reminds me of Edgar Allan Poe's Annabelle, and then there's another poem that it reminds me of. It came to my mind when I was reading it, but then now it's gone. Anyways, that is it. That's my thoughts on Bloomsday, and that was my reaction. And yeah, if there is anything that you'd like me to check out, another book that you'd like me to talk about, go ahead and comment it down below. That's it, signing off, June 16th. So when you read a book, it really just open your mind up and just like allow you to visualize things the way you want to see it, rather than seeing what someone else's idea are when you watch a film. I know you're reading what the writer describes, and I know in the writer's head they have an image of what they're seeing, but every reader has their own different creative imagination, and they really put together very different pictures of the same story. And that's one thing I really love about having a written book, a written material, that you can really read it and just be taken off into a whole different world. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I know it's all over the place, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.